Today we're going to be doing bonds for 10. So a bond is basically two numbers that you add together to make one number. So here I've got 4 pens. A bond for 4 would be 1 and 3, 2 and 2, 3 and 1. So all of those number sentences are bonds for 4. We're going to be looking at bonds for 10 today. So when we teach the children, we're always thinking of kinesthetic, visual and auditory methods to assist their learning. So kinesthetic is practical, like using the pens or bits of Lego. Visual would be pictures or number lines, and the auditory is enabling the children to explain what they're doing, not just listening to what they're doing. So the children learn to show their working in 3 different ways. The first one being using objects, which is kinesthetic. The second step being to start using number lines, which would be more visual, but is also quite kinesthetic because they're physically making jumps on the number line. The third one would be to use blank number lines. So this involves them using their heads to hold the bigger number in their head and then counting on. So that's auditory, but to show their working, they would draw the blank number line and kinesthetically draw their jumps. So those methods are really good for helping children that learn in all different ways to work out answers to number sentences. The other thing that we also do in class is counting with our hands. Lots of children, particularly in Key Stage 1, still count by using random fingers. So if you ask them to count to 5, they might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, being 5. The difficulty with that is if you then ask them to add 3 more, they haven't got 3 on this this hand. So I've taught them to use hands up, thumbs out. This means that when they're counting, they always start from the left thumb. So just like when we do writing, we go from left to right. When we write number sentences, we write left to right. So counting on their hands from left to right is the most natural way of helping a child use their fingers as an aid for working out number problems. So this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means if you've asked them to count to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you do add 4 more, they've got that number ready on their other hand. Okay, so let's look at some missing number problems. So first of all, we're going to use the objects, then we're going to look at number lines, and then I'm going to show you how to use a blank number line. So here I've obviously drawn some plates on a page. You could do this practically at home with plates or circles drawn on some paper or boxes, tins, whatever you like, but so long as they've got something to share their 10 objects between. I've got 10 different Lego pieces here. So if we were asking children to find 2 numbers that make 10 using objects, this is how they could do it. So I'm just going to put some in this circle, or you could say put some on this plate or in this tin. There we go. And then they can visually quite easily see how many they've got on each plate. So the number sentence for this arrangement would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 and 6 are a bond for 10. Okay. We would also say to the children, is there another way of writing that would still make 10? And they've learnt that you can swap those numbers around and it still makes 10. Doesn't matter which plate you count first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So straight away the children are able to think of 2 different ways that they can make a bond for 10. Doing that with a number line is slightly different because they haven't got the practical things there to show them already. So you might draw a number line for your child I've got a handy hint here. If you save you drawing number lines over and over and over again, if you cover them in a bit of sellotape, and then ask your child to do their jumps with a normal felt tip pen or a dry wipe if you've got them, then you can just rub them out and then you don't have to keep drawing your number lines. So let's say you say to your child, pick a number on the number line. So I'm going to say 3. Okay, and tell me how many more jumps you need to get to 10. So they're going to start on 3 and count the jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 and 7 equals 10. You could then ask them to check, is that the same if you start with 7? Let's try. 7. Let's work out if it's going to be 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, 3 and 7 and 7 and 3 are another bond for 10. Okay, so moving on to blank number lines. If your child is ready for this, then what they need to do is choose a number, hold that number in their head, and then count on, still starting with the first digit on their left hand. So let's say they've chosen 5, so hold 5 and count on. How many more do you need? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's draw a blank number line and check to see if 5 is the missing number. So start with 5, do 5 jumps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many jumps did you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, 5 and 5 are bonds for 10. Okay, I hope that has been helpful. Please look at my next video that will help you to make a really fun arts and crafts way of using your hands that I hope you'll find helpful. Any questions or comments, please email me year1@coneyhill.sch.uk. No, .gloss.sch.uk. Hope to see you soon. Thanks a lot.